Hola, close friends. Hello, close friends. Welcome to this new episode. I'm here with Lupe Llerenas. She's a freelancer journalist and has been specializing in the music industry. She has interviewed so many people from Cardi B, Javi, Ozuna, Mike Towers, you name it, and has worked with different brands, from like LA Times, iHeartRadio. So thank you so much for being here. I'm thrilled. I've been wanting to talk to you for a few weeks, so thank you.
Gracias, thank you for having me. Un placer estar aquí y bueno, pues si ven esta lovely máscara en mi cara, es porque me levanté como que a little under the weather y bueno, pues no te quería cancelar porque quiero hablar contigo. So I'm like, let's just put the mask on. Es normal.
Responsible citizenship, yes. For sure, you guys.
I'm like, let's talk and let's put a mask on. So aquí estoy lista para hablar contigo.
Ay, qué emoción. Pues primero quiero saber un poco como de tu historia. It's interesting to me because you went to school for journalism, so you love to tell stories, right? And since when did you know you wanted to tell stories specifically for the music industry, and how kind of you transitioned from, going to college or doing your major to the workforce?
Creo desde pequeña era la rutina el cual yo iba a la escuela, llegaba de la escuela, hacía la tarea y después como a las 4 o 5 de la tarde me le pegaba a la tele. A la tele, si no era las novelas de niños que eran como a las 3, 4 de la tarde, hasta creo que como a las 7 era la última novela de niños.
Sí. ¿Cuál veías? ¿Cuál veías?
I'm gonna age myself, pero veía a Revijes y Rebujos.
Sí, claro.
A mí, la niña en la mochila azul.
Claro, nuestro
Carrusel,
primer Floricienta.
Yes.
Sí. Había
Clarita.
Otra. Ay, era como una casa de niños. ¿Cómo se llamaba esa? ¿Cómo se llamaba esa?
¿Con una maestra?
Sí.
No me acuerdo, pero creo que sí.
Bueno, varias de esas
buenísimas. Desde ahí fue. Y eso fue casi toda mi niñez con mi mamá. Y después, poquito a poquito, fui creciendo y después veíamos las noticias y de las noticias se hacía un comentario y de ahí se hacía una conversación y después fue la radio y escuchábamos la radio. Me arreglaba en la mañana escuchando el radio, escuchando la televisión y así fue poquito a poquito metiéndose esa parte de como que de televisión, de entretenimiento,
sí, de entretenimiento,
sin yo saber nada. Y después ya cuando fui creciendo, que oye, ¿qué quieres hacer tú cuando seas grande? Ay, pues esto me gusta y esto siempre ha estado ahí conmigo y eso era la televisión, las novelas, las películas, los movies, las canciones y así fue poco a poquito, pero después ya fue en la universidad cuando me di cuenta que me gustaba el periodismo. No sabía exactamente si iba a ser el periodismo en televisión o el periodismo en las redes sociales o en la radio, pero sí sabía que iba a ser algo de eso.
Sí. ¿Y cómo fue que te inclinaste a la música más?
Porque la música siempre ha estado ahí.
Sí,
siempre ha estado ahí.
Siempre.
Y creo que para mí, aparte de que me encanta la música, es saber que la música conecta con personas. Y a mí me gusta conectar con personas. Aparte de mi trabajo como periodista, como en las redes sociales, si no te gusta eso, no te preocupes porque aquí está la música para conectarlos.
Sí, exacto. Sí, es un lenguaje universal. Está en la vida de todos. Absolutamente todos aman la música. Y te quiero preguntar algo relacionado al tema, pero te voy a dar contexto primero de la pregunta y de cómo yo llegué a entretenimiento. Y pues yo quería hacer política y otras cosas que nada que ver con entretenimiento. O sea, nunca disfrutaba la música y así, pero nunca fui muchísimo a ver películas ni nada. Novelas sí. Pero pues nunca pensé. Y me mudé a Estados Unidos en el 2017. Y empecé a ir a universidad. Y noté un cambio muy grande porque cuando llegué como que siento que la cultura latina todavía se sentía como que más como callada, o sea, se sentía, de hecho, mucha gente no hablaba español o no quería hablar español, casi nadie escuchaba música y se sentía como que una parte todavía como como más sensible de las personas, ¿sabes? Como que no sentía tanto como el orgullo y todo lo que escuchaba o muchas cosas de las que escuchaba. Como fui a la escuela y empecé a tener clases como de Chicano Stories y así, era una narrativa más negativa, ¿sabes? Como de siempre hemos sido como discriminados y esto y lo otro, que obviamente tienes que saber la historia, pero yo sentía que le quería dar como que no, hay muchas cosas de por qué sentirse orgulloso de la identidad, ¿sabes? O sea, no es nada más como todo lo negativo, pero pues obviamente se entiende que se tiene que educar. Pero bueno, el punto es que luego pasa 2020 y me regreso a México por la pandemia. Y justo es cuando empieza la ola de los corridos tumbados, o sea, porque cuando recién como que se hacían más famosas las primeras canciones de Natanael Cano, entonces todos en México las traían cañón. Y ya cuando regreso en 2022 fue un cambio completamente diferente. Ya toda la cultura latina se sentía que estaba orgullosa, que hablaban español, que querían aprender de sus raíces, o sea, ya se sentía como que un empoderamiento muy diferente. Y solo fueron 2 años. Realmente desde que me fui hasta que regresé. Entonces la pregunta es, ¿tú cómo crees que la música en estos últimos, no sé, la pandemia fue hace 5 años ya? ¿Cómo ha ayudado a la cultura latina? O sea, ¿y cómo ves ese cambio? Tú que has estado aquí todo el tiempo, ¿cómo has visto ese cambio en tus entrevistas, en realmente los mexicanos aquí? Y si la música afectó, ¿cuánto, mucho? ¿Qué opinas de todo eso?
Yo creo que la pandemia tuvo que ver mucho en eso, porque la pandemia fue algo en cual tuvo al mundo entero, le impactó, el cual reflectaron y vieron que, pues para mí, en ese tiempo, yo reflecté mucho y crecí como persona por todo lo que estaba pasando del COVID-19, pero aparte personal. Y para mí, yo pensaba, should I continue to be this person or should I really be authentically myself? Y creo que eso fue mucho que lo que le impactó a las personas también. Y poquito a poquito, en ese enlace de unos año y medio, 2 años, creo que porque to be realistically speaking, mucha gente ve a otra gente y, ay, ella lo está haciendo, o él lo está haciendo, let me do it too. Así casi es mucho de la vida. Y bueno, pues yo viendo eso, y viendo the bigger picture of what was going on and what was happening, creo que eso fue lo que me ayudó para, you know, you only live once, so many people are dying in this time. Let's continue to push forward being authentically yourself. Y creo que eso también fue lo que ayudó a la música. Porque yo cuando estaba en la high school, a escuchar a la arrolladora Banda Limón o a Gerardo Ortiz, era como que, tú escuchas esa música y no lo podías gritar a los 4 vientos. Ay, me encanta.
Sí, la banda y los corridos.
Y si era, lo tenías que hacer aquí bajita la mano. So, creo que cuando todo esto pasó, fue una realidad en cual las personas, y creo que también en la música, vieron el cual, oye, like, let's continue to show up and just be us, period.
Yeah, and I mean, in music, it's like that, the corridos tumbados twist that was given to music that, you know, mixes like trap. I think that modernized the genre, and it was what it needed to be, you know, because I also started listening to corridos with Gerardo Ortiz, and it was either narcocorridos, big time, or banda. You know, like las románticas, no me pidas perdón, you know. So when I went back, and all of my friends, because when I moved here, I started to try to listen more to the music which I never fully got into, like hip hop and rap.
Y no puedes, porque sabes que no eres tú.
Sí, estaba así, no, güey, se están perdiendo las buenas, ¿sabes? Pero eso sí, cuando yo escuchaba banda y corridos, y todavía tampoco estaba de moda en México, al menos en mi demográfica, ¿sabes? O sea, era así, estaba súper mal visto. Era yo la única que escuchaba de todos mis amigos. Y también me decían así, que qué corriente y no sé qué. Y ahora les digo así, y todos ustedes escuchan esto. Pero sí creo que se vio muchísimo como que un cambio en toda la identidad del mexicano.
Sí.
O sea, y se disparó en muy pocos años y estoy súper orgullosa como de todo lo que está pasando. Que creo que te gusten o no te gusten los corridos tumbados, la banda o lo que sea, no se puede negar el impacto que está haciendo a nivel sociedad, a nivel personal. O sea, le dio identidad a los mexicanos en esta industria. Ya tenía rato que eso no pasaba. Incluso antes, cuando había pasado, pon tú con Selena o así, de todos modos no se fue tan global a como está ahorita, ¿sabes? Entonces sí creo que también me impresiona mucho como esa parte de la industria aquí.
Sí.
Y te quería...
la gente lo acepta más rápido.
No, y aparte siento que ya hay mucho, o sea, ahora nos están buscando a nosotros para hacer nuestro arte, ¿sabes? Y hacer nuestro estilo y hacer
Aunque siempre
todo eso.
hemos estado aquí, pero ya ven la potencial, the potential que tenemos como latinos.
Sí, exactamente. ¿Y cómo fue que empezaste a tomar como tus entrevistas?
Todo fue por la escuela, pero en la escuela te digo que no sabía si iba a ser periodismo de televisión o de la radio. Le comencé en la radio primero, pero no se daba para nada. Conocí a personas de la radio y me di dando cuenta que todavía no se daba y pues no me quería dar por vencida. Le cambié poquito y me le fui a la televisión, a escribir y ahí se me dio. 4 internships. De esos 5 internships, de esos 5 internships, 2 de esos se volvieron trabajo y después ahí fue en cual ya estuve en la industria que me abrieron las puertas.
Sí.
Y de ahí, órale, a llevarle con todo. Y ahí fue cuando regresé un poquito más a la radio, me metí a podcasting, todavía seguía en la televisión y le hacía de todo para estar relevant todavía. Y después creo que en el 2019-2020 fue cuando me metí más a las redes sociales, que en YouTube, que en Musical.ly, que ahora es TikTok, que Twitter, que ahora es X, Instagram. Le daba más intención a eso porque sabía que eso realmente iba también a ser parte del periodismo.
Sí, no, totalmente.
Y así fue dándose las cosas poquito a poquito. Trabajé con diferentes publicaciones, personas, y esas personas me abrieron las puertas y fue así dándose cosa a cosa y ya aquí vamos, ¿qué? 8 años y medio.
Sí, qué padre. ¿Y todavía escribes artículos?
Sí, todavía.
Entonces los artículos te ayudaron bastante.
Los artículos fue lo que me ayudaron. Y una cosa chistosa que yo comencé en hip hop, escribiendo para solamente hip hop artists. Pero nunca se me fue esa intención en poder regresar a la música latina.
Sí.
Luego, ok, aquí se me está dando en este instante, le voy a dar todo, and then I'll come back and I'll be like, hi, I did what I had to do here, but I'm back to do what I really wanted to do in the first place.
Sí.
Y se fue dando poquito a poquito, and maybe 3 years ago, comencé con artistas de español.
¿Te gusta ir a festivales, conciertos y todo eso?
Me encanta la
¿verdad?
música.
Es lo mejor.
Me encanta
Ay,
el concierto,
sí, es lo mejor.
la adrenalina. Conocer a personas, a mi edad que tengo 35 años y me veo en los audience, en the crowd de conciertos, de festivales y I'm like, güey, estoy más de lo más que tienen estos aquí. Pero la música es que los conecta. Y se me va todo eso negativo todo y me pongo ahí y me pongo a gritar, a cantar, a bailar. Y es una conexión que no puedes explicar.
Es completamente liberador, completamente sanador. Creo que es la forma como más pura que tenemos los humanos de conectar. Y o sea, a mí me llama mucho la atención que el entretenimiento y la música pueden hacer las dos, o sea, son los dos extremos. Pueden ser súper educativos o pueden ser súper como para desconectarte y fantasiosos, ¿sabes? No fantasiosos, pero cuando es como no quieres pensar en nada más y estás presente, no estás pensando en la carrera, en el novio, en nada, ¿sabes? Y a mí por eso también creo que para los que no hacemos música y que somos consumidores, ir a un festival y estar en la audiencia bailando son experiencias que, o sea, yo la primera vez que lo viví dije, nací para esto, ¿sabes? O sea, creo que mi propósito es ir a festivales y a conciertos porque es súper bonito experimentar y me da mucho gusto ver que está siendo tan parte de nuestra cultura, ¿sabes?
Sí.
O sea, de esta generación. Creo que es súper común ir a conciertos, todo el mundo quiere ir a conciertos.
Y creo que ya más, entre los años pasan, fans put more effort into their outfits, into planning things for these festivals. Aparte de, ok, voy a ver a mi artista a esta hora, después toca esta persona y después me voy para acá. Es como un plan que you look forward to.
It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. You take days and days off. You plan each outfit, and then you have to plan the lineup, which is my favorite part always when they really leave
de un stage al otro.
And it's like you don't have time to do anything else. It's about the music. That's what I like about festivals. I feel like before, because I started going, my first big festival was EDC, Mexico.
Oh.
In the like golden era of electronic music when it was like super EDM. Aleso and the Chainsmokers, Swedish House Mafia, Valentino Can, Axwell, like all those guys. It was like the golden, literally. It was so cool, but I still feel like my parents were kind of scared, you know? I was looked upon a little bit like, you're probably crazy, you know? Like you're probably doing drugs and just getting wasted or whatever. And then when you get to a festival and it's like you don't have time to even drink, you know? It's like you grab one drink and then you go to the stage and that's it. You're at the stage all day. You don't eat, you don't drink, you don't do anything besides being there, you know? And it's a whole thing. I cannot wait for April because you're going to PR October?
En septiembre.
Septiembre. Oh, qué padre. I don't know if I'll go. I'll try to go still to I don't think I have to go, you know, like I will regret so bad like not going to that tour, I think, but I'm gonna go to Coachella and to Cowboy Carter, and they're both in April. Pero bueno, yo batallo un poco porque, o sea, me fascina y también es como, está siendo un conflicto para mí ahorita, que por un lado te digo, entretenimiento y música tiene esa parte que es como un escape para las personas, ¿no? Pero por otro lado, para mí también el arte y la música deberían de ser usados para hablar de ciertas cosas y siento que me cuesta trabajo como que entender la industria un poco porque siento que es mucho más escapista, o sea, son menos los artistas que hablan como de real shit, menos que los que hablan de nada que ver, ¿sabes? Entonces como que yo como comunicadora que apenas estoy empezando como a ponerme más entrevistas, a hacer cosas así, como que me da cosa porque sé que voy a hablar cosas malas y luego digo, ay, no quiero ser como, ay, yo voy a hablar de corrupción, pero es como, why not? Like, we have to talk about these things, you know? So how do you balance kind of entertaining but educating?
Creo que siempre eso ha sido mi misión. It's always been a mission to inform, educate and uplift. Porque desde chiquita, las telenovelas, el noticiero, la radio, era mi escape for the real world. Viendo las televisiones, viendo las noticias, se hacía la conversación con mi mamá cuando me llevaba a la escuela. ¿Viste esto? ¿Viste que pasó X en esa ciudad? Don't be doing that. Or si pasa eso, tú, you go and tell someone. So, creo que porque crecí con esa costumbre, that's always been my mission to do so. Pero también sé que hay gente que, oye, like, the world is already messed up. ¿Para qué le voy a seguir yo dándole
cuerda
con más, you know? So let me just focus on entertainment. And cool.
And that's fine
Haz
too.
lo que tú quieras. Pero if you have a mission, and my mission is that for life. I'm here for that purpose in life.
Yeah.
And if I can do all of that, then ya estuvo. I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
It can be hard for some people, pero cuando tú te das cuenta what you're able to do and how you're able to do it, it comes naturally. And for me, I'm there to entertain you, but I'm also there to ask the right questions that are going to uplift you, questions that are going to educate you. Que sea entre mi contenido en las redes sociales o una entrevista o un artículo que escriba. Pero just know that you're going to get that from me.
Yeah. And I feel like we all need to remember that the biggest privilege is information.
Oh, eso sí.
It's information. Like, the more you know, the better you can be, the better you act, the more aware you are, and it's like entertainment has such a huge platform and eyeballs that it needs to be used for that too, and I love that you can flip it. You can be like, it's going to be my escape today, and then tomorrow it's going to educate me.
Y aparte de eso, creo que we grew up in a time in which entertainment was kind of taboo. Era pura farándula.
Sí, todos decían que puro chisme y que esas pendejadas.
Pero después, poco a poco, ante los años pasaron, se fue dando esa, se volteó ese narrative, y ahora puedes meterle más información al entretenimiento.
Sí,
I can inform you, but also, I'll still give you the news.
Sí, y creo que también el entretenimiento y todo lo que tiene que ver con Hollywood, cultura pop, se integró con los espectadores. O sea, ahora es como que siento que se siente más unido. O sea, los artistas están siendo como más relatable, quieren sentirse más cerca a nosotros, ¿sabes? Y lo vemos en todo. O sea, Billie Eilish cuando metió a todos a Close Friends, ¿no? Sí. Y el álbum de Bad Bunny, que es todos los visuales, es una rana limpiando su casa, que cuando salió en SNL estaba también de que lavando la ropa. O sea, se siente más como queremos crear esta unión y esta relatividad a comparación de cuando era como en el 2010 y los primeros booms, que todo era aspiracional. Todo era de las mujeres y el dinero y los carros. Y aunque sí sigue habiendo esa vibra en algunos como genres, porque pues eso siempre va a estar, de todos modos ya la industria como tal creo que se volvió más personal, se volvió más simple, se volvió más acerca de lo que es ser humano y no tanto de lo que es ser famoso, ¿sabes?
And then we go back to saying, oh, people started doing it, other people started seeing, oh, okay, if she's being real, talking about something, I'm gonna talk about something. You know? Como que te inspira.
Sí.
A ser un poquito más real. Because we know Billie Eilish, we know Tyler, the Creator. Son artistas en cual siempre han sido ellos. Pero little by little, they start opening even more. Bad Bunny comenzó como ese trap.
Sí, el trap.
Ese trap que era como, I have to fit in. Let me fit in, and then I'll be like, this is the real me.
Exactly. And Bad Bunny is... First of all, I feel like no one will ever understand what Bad Bunny means to Latinas. It's just, I don't feel like any artist has accomplished that, at least in like the female Latina crowd. I feel like guys love him too, he's like unisex for sure. But I feel like, I don't know, the love that we have for everything that he has created, that it started exactly like that. Trap y toda esta vibra así como lo típico, que muy bueno también, me encanta su trap, pero ahorita ya todo lo que saca, o gran parte, todo es político, emocional, sentimental, social, y vemos como todas estas capas de su personalidad, de que realmente es una persona suave, es un hombre suave con una masculinidad suave, Pisces. ¿Sabes? ¿Es Pisces?
Sí, es Pisces. He's emotional, pero usa su creatividad para eso.
Sí.
And I feel like a lot more people should do that.
Todos mis exnovios son Piscis, literal. Todos. Pero sí, no, la verdad es que creo que muy pocos como él. Creo que Residente es otra persona que para mí, Residente y Snow That Product, creo que para mí son personas que respeto muchísimo, siempre súper bold, súper, y mezclan eso, o sea, mezclan lo comercial, porque te pueden hacer un tema súper comercial para el antro, pero te pueden sacar una canción de historias, sociología, filosofía, economía, racismo, machismo, ismo, todos los ismos, ¿sabes? I love them. Honestly, they're one of my favorites for sure. So 2 more questions about kind of like the industry. The first one is how, because I started like not long ago in this industry, probably like a year and a half. And I didn't grow up here. So for me, it's been hard to make friends, first of all. And just like go out in general. I feel like you really have to force it and just be like, it's a mission, you know? So I come from a really small town. So it was just so easy to see everyone. And here I feel like the driving, everyone's busy, it's so expensive. Like there's just, it feels like a mission. So how do you connect with people in this industry? Like where do you go? How do you find these events? Like how can you get plugged with people that want to collaborate, want to make friends, are creative?
Yo creo para mí, it's always been being intentional and wanting to create friends. I'm that type of person that if I meet you and me caes bien, guess what? I'm going to do the intention to continue to talk to you.
Yeah.
Whether I see you at random events, whether I see you once every 2 years, pero ¿qué crees? If I have you on social media, you're going to have me right there hyping you up. So creo que es la intención en cual if you want to continue to meet people and just get friendships going, you have to put the intention of wanting to get to know them, wanting to see what they're doing.
Yeah.
Despite if it's, you know, if you don't see them that often. Another thing is, I understand that everything is expensive, pero también hay, you know, stuff that you can do.
Yeah, totally.
Much more on the low level. Sí es un poquito diferente y difícil en cual porque vives en Los Ángeles. And there's this like stereotype of specific cities being this way. And yes, it is. But because the people that move here from other states, from other countries, make it like that. Pero then we have people that are natives that try to hold on to that essence of where they're from to continue to have it like that for other people who come and want to just be in the mix are able to see that true essence of what it really is. So, te puedo decir para ti, como tú que llegaste hace unos cuantos años atrás, are you able to tell how different parts of Los Angeles are different? Totally.
And natives and people from other places. Like, it's so evident. Yes. It's so evident.
Yeah, but then we do our best to keep it as natural as possible. And like that, we feed it to those people that come para que se queden and they can continue and we can continue to be friends.
Yeah. Oh, no, I love that because I feel, and something that you said that I hadn't thought about it, it's regardless of how often you see them or not. I think that was a shock for me, that I come from a place where you see your friends so often because and they're so in your business. Yeah. And it's like everyone, we're like this, you know? So then having friends here, I'm always just like, they hate me, you know? Or like, because it's so odd to me that I haven't seen you in 3 months. Like, what? That could never happen in my city. Like you would be, your friends will be like so hurt, you know, if you didn't give them the time of the day.
And the thing is that if you don't see them so often, the time that you do see them, it's like you saw them yesterday.
Yeah, like nothing happened. So I think that part of like stay still, because most of my friends, and I have really good friends here, but obviously it's different, you know. It's like we keep track of each other. We just don't see each other as often. So I think that I'm glad you said that, because I think I still struggle with that. Like it's still just like, you know, like hard for me because I don't have like a social circle. But I understand that people here are busy. Everyone's so busy. Like it's hard to match really with someone. It really is. Especially they're out of town. They're working. Like, you know, it's
as
like
you get older. You'll start to see how everyone is just like, I can't this weekend, I can't next weekend, the day that you can, yo no puedo. Pero if it works out, it's going to work out. And the relationship is always going to be there.
Yeah.
And you check up on them via text, via DMs, lo que sea. Just know that it's always going to be there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So connection, time, social media. Got it.
Todo.
Okay, so I want to ask you about aging. I feel like this has been a topic, and guys, this has been a topic that it's been on my mind for months and months and months. First, the context of where I'm coming from. So I think it's very interesting in life that we, from 0 to 25, we want to get older. We want to get older all the time. Like I remember being in elementary school in 1st grade and I wanted to be in 3rd grade. And then I was in 3rd grade, I wanted to be in 5th grade. Then in high school, you want to be in middle school. Middle school, you want to be in high school. It just keeps going. You want to be 18, you want to be 21. And the last one, I think, is you want to be 25. it's still, I feel like at 22, it gets kind of like, I'm going to have 25 soon. And then once you hit 25, you're like, yay. But then you're like, oh, yay. Like now it's going here from 30. And because we have this very erroneous idea that you have to have everything figured out in your 20s, 25, 30, you're already like, you should get married and have kids, or you should like, that's it. Like whatever you accomplish in your career, or how much you travel, or how much you had fun, it kind of feels like here in the 30s, you take it serious and you do this. And so we start to get anxiety, you know, and we have to start after 25. I feel like we start to want to go back and back and back and back, and we have to switch that mentality. I feel like all of us need to switch that mentality ASAP, because think about it, we're 25. Let's say we're gonna live up to 80. No, that's 55 more years. Like that's 25 again. So what do you have? 25, and then another 25, and then another 5. Yeah. Like you're not even in 1/4 of your life. So just to think that all your dreams and all your accomplishments need to happen at this age, and you still have 55 years to go. What are you going to do the next 55 years to go, you know? So I think that's one. And the second one is I saw an interview that this rapper that I love, Russ, which he's super deep. He's so deep and like real. He's one guy that has also always stayed real, and he never bought into like the Hollywood world at all, you know? So anyway, he said the only alternative of not aging is dying. That's the only way you don't age. Yeah. So you're either happy because you're aging, or you're dead.
It's a privilege. It's a privilege to grow old. It's a privilege to age. And I want to say yes to everything that you're saying, but there comes a point in your life in which, I can stay with this narrative of, I'm going to get old, I'm not where I need to be, and this and that, and continue to stay on that narrative, or I can flip it around. Yeah. And I've always been that person in general, where if something is just not there, I'll flip it around and I'll make it the best that it can be. It's a decision. And that's been my perspective of life and growing older. Yes, I'm 35. I just turned 35. I'm still living my life. I am still living my life. I'm still showing up for myself. I'm still showing up for everyone around me. And that's not going to stop. But just know that I'm also, just as much as I pour into other people, I'm pouring into myself so I can continue to be the best that I can be. And like that, I can continue to do everything else that I want to do. Because the humankind gets to be 75, 80 years old. I am not going to waste those years of my life thinking of what could have, would have, should have.
Or that you want to be younger, you know?
Or that I want to be younger.
Yeah, you know? We need to be excited about the future. It's just going to get better. I think it's just going to get better, you know? Yeah. It's just going to get... because then the 30s, I'm actually very excited for my 30s.
It's been amazing for me.
I feel like the 30s are the best because you have more clarity of who you are. Yes. You have more money. You have more experience. You know what you want. You're not all confused. So I'm super excited for my 30s, and I really have admired, because we're both Aquarius, obviously. Yes. I wasn't shocked by that. We turned, las dos cumplimos años recientemente y te vi como embracing your age in a very, very beautiful way. You know, I was like, I love how she is actually like so happy about a new year, you know? And it's like, I don't know, I admire that, because I feel like in my age range, I'm brainwashing myself to like think like you know. I've been like, aging, I need to change that, because I'm excited now, but it did cause me a little bit of anxiety to turn 26. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, I'm so close to 30, you know? And everyone in my age range is like that right now. Everyone's freaking out. Everyone, like, in a good way. We're not like, we hate this. But we are like, oh, damn, everyone's getting married, or now your friends are having kids. And that's just recent for us. Like, that's just happening to me. So we're all like, ooh. So, yeah, I wanted to talk to you about it, because I think it's really, we have to embrace it, guys. Like, it's going to be okay. Our life is just starting, you know? Like, the 30s are the best.
If you hide, I think if you, goes back to what we said earlier. If you hide your true self, why are you gonna hide it? For what? Who are you trying to impress? Impress yourself.
Yeah.
Impress yourself and then go out to the world. So I'm embracing that I'm in my 30s and I'm way closer to my 40s than I am to my 21. Pero that's life. That's life. And I'm not going to dwell on, oh, I don't want to. No. Like, I'm going to continue to go. And yes, I'm in an industry where aging is not the best. But guess what? Who cares? I'm going to continue to go.
Yeah. And we're changing a lot of that.
Do everything I can.
We're changing a lot of that. I feel like our generation doesn't view age the same, doesn't view beauty the same. You know, it's slowly but surely that we're making a change. And like, just that movie, did you watch The Substance?
Sí.
That was like, that was so insane. That movie was so crazy, and I think it just shows. It shows all of that, you know. It shows how it. So for anyone that hasn't watched it, please do. Like, I'm not gonna be able to explain it correctly at all. There's no words, really. You have to watch it. Don't take food to the. Don't take food. It's very grotesque and it's very visual, but it proves a point perfectly. And basically, it's this woman that gets fired because she was in a TV show and she started to get older. So she got fired, and then, you know, the elites or whoever, or like a secret company finds her and they give her a substance that it's going to make her when she was like 23 years old or 25 or something. But she just stays there for 2 weeks and she has to go back to her body every 2 weeks. So she will do 2 weeks with her aging self and then 2 weeks with her younger self. And obviously she gets her job when she's younger. She gets her job. So she's the new face, her new younger self. And she starts just like not going back to her old body. But every time she stays longer in her younger body, she, like, a part of her body basically like falls or bruises or becomes ugly. So she's hurting herself by staying longer in her younger self. And she still stays younger. I think she doesn't leave for months and months and months. And then when she goes back to her body, she's destroyed. And that just proves like how much she wanted to be someone else, even knowing that it was going to hurt her true self, you know? And that concept itself and how they played it was so fascinating to me.
Yes.
You know?
And another point is, which goes back to us. If we continue to be in this phase of, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want to grow old, you're hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself to continuing to live life how you should be living life.
No, completely. And I feel like another point that movie proves is, you know, that and I'm gonna look for the statistics in a little bit, but basically in this industry, you know, older women barely get any main roles. Barely. And older guys get like bunch of older roles, you know, and it kind of opened a conversation of women can age and can still work and can still do a lot of these roles, because not just in acting, in directing, in writing, like there's barely any older woman in the industry, you know, because they just want younger women for the pretty main roles, you know. So I love that movie, and I think it proves the point.
It's a really good,
definitely we need to change the concept of that, you know. So it kind of goes back to another topic that I've seen you embrace really well. And this is crazy, guys, because I'm getting all of these from her social media, okay? So I really love that you're using it to kind of like, you are actually projecting that. But the love part, you made this playlist for your, whenever you met your loved one.
Yes.
How do you feel about that? Like, how is that era for you? Like, how's that?
That era, I think, for a really long time. I've been single for a really long time. Pero I've been single because I got married to my career. And I did not let anything stop me. Yeah. And that was men, that was friends, that was just anything in life. And I feel like because I got married to, it's a term that I use, right? A term.
Yeah.
I got married with my career. That allowed me to just block everything. But now I'm at a stage in my life where I'm just like, okay, I am good in my career. Let's open spaces
the doors,
that we closed for a really long time because we were just so focused on our career. but I also feel like that hurted my potential love life because I was just so focused on one thing and I didn't want to see other things. So, once I hit 30, I was just like, okay, let's start dating, let's start seeing around what's going on y toda la cosa. Pero then I realized that it got harder to start dating because I'm a lot older, because I know what I want, because I have the clarity.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, whenever homeboy comes around, he's gonna come around and it's just gonna be the way that I want it or the way that I've waited so long for it to be.
Yeah.
We're not stressing, we're not doing anything that's gonna harm it. Cuando venga, vendrá. So because I love music so much, I created a playlist, and hopefully maybe he's not my soulmate, but he will be a big part of my life. So I have this playlist that I titled it Soulmate. Pero in that playlist, there's so many songs about finding yourself, love, being with that someone that brings the best out of you. Because I'm at a stage in my life where if you're gonna come into my life, you're gonna add to it. Because I am so content, so fulfilled, so happy with what I have that we're not decreasing anything. If anything, we're bringing value.
You need to add
to what we're gonna contribute. So a lot of these songs in this playlist are about that. And so whenever that person comes into my life, hopefully I'm able to extend that and be like, hi, the past 4 years, it's only been like a year, I created this playlist and the intention is this. But this goes back into me being this persona. I am very creative. I am very detailed. I remember tons of little things. So this just goes into who I am as a person, but also with the things that I want in life in a partner. So that's how the Soulmate playlist came about, and I love it.
Yeah,
I think it's a great concept.
I love that concept. I love it. I think it was so cute. So imagine if someone gave you that. Like, I would love, So I love you guys. That's a great idea. Please do it for your future soulmates. It's so hard to date. I don't know. I feel like it's hard to date. Because I've noticed I've never been like I have to block. I've been single most of my life. Like, honestly, I've had a couple relationships, but they've been short-lived. So I'm super used to being single. I really like being single. But I've never been closed off because of my career or anything. I'm always, just hasn't worked out, But I've noticed since I entered this career, and this is, kind of like a hate-love relationship, people in this career and in this industry are married to their projects, and it's so beautiful to see, because exactly what you said, no one is going to stop them. No one, no relationship, no money, no timing, no boss, no mom, no that, nothing. And that's beautiful to see. But at the same time, it does take away a lot of personal relationships, and it's like, I think that in general, we shouldn't also close off people because of our careers, but it does, you have to be focused. You have to choose, But even now, like, I don't know, I feel like it's just hard in general to date,
It's very hard, and it only gets harder as you grow older. But this also goes back of now, as at this age, I see that maybe closing off and maybe having that term of getting married to my career wasn't ideal. Pero it's in the past. It happened. ¿Qué le voy a hacer,
exactly.
A darle,
exactly.
a
No.
seguirle.
And honestly, I don't know. I just feel like if it's about destiny as well. It's a good balance, right? Like, you have to also, because some of my friends were telling me, like, you have to be active. Like, you have to look for it here, because you don't really, at least I don't really go out where I meet guys at all. It's more so like,
I travel by myself. I take myself to places. Me pongo
en situaciones, that's another thing. You go to places by yourself, which I really like that you do. I think that you can't wait for people to go somewhere, and you end up meeting the best of the best when you're by yourself.
I put myself out there, pero no se ha dado, and I'm not
in a rush, sí, para nada.
Cuando vendrá, and it's gonna be incredible.
Okay, just to close, I think I want to go back a little bit to kind of like the industry and the music. ¿Qué crees que sigue en la industria de la música latina? O sea, ¿qué crees que sigue? Que, no sé, algunos trends, algunas, no sé, incluso hasta personas. O sea, ya ahorita estamos en un punto en donde el mundo nos está viendo, se está volviendo súper popular. ¿Crees que a lo mejor va a seguir varios años como todo lo regional mexicano? ¿Crees que se va a volver a lo mejor más electrónico? O, no sé, lo que sea que tú hayas observado.
Creo que social media is going to continue to help music. Creo que we're going to see a lot more collaborations and genres that we never thought we would ever see. And that shows with regional mexicano and EDM. We're seeing that so much with different artists. People are not accepting it quite yet, but there's going to come a point where people are going to be like, I can't believe I closed myself off to this.
Regional mexicano and EDM mixed?
Yes.
For sure, mixed. And also reggaeton and EDM. Right now, it's like...
Yes.
Yeah,
so
I also
we're
think
going to be
that's what's
seeing
coming.
a lot of that. In a few more years, maybe in 5 years or more, social media is going to really help it even more. It's going to skyrocket it. And then in my career, in my perspective, it's going to continue to change even more. Because if it's already changing, it's going to continue to elevate it even more. In a good way, people are going to be like, oh, great, you know, because you can't win with everyone. Pero, I feel like it's going to really help it. So with music, it's going to continue to elevate. And that's the beauty of music. Allowing it to grow, allowing it to reach new heights. And allowing us to see the beauty of that.
Yeah, no, exactly. I honestly think that the electronic and EDM era, it's going to be this year. Not maybe to like that big, but I think we're starting it to see in a way more like common way, and I can't wait for it to keep going. And I also think it's going to go back a little bit to banda. Like it's either like corridos tumbados are going to sound either more banda or more like trap. You know, like we're going to see, I don't know, I think that we're going to see a little bit of a what's the focus. But I'm so excited to see like what's coming, you know, for the industry.
It's exciting.
And we're in the gist of all of these.
And as long as we don't continue to close off, as long as we continue to be open-minded, it's gonna be great.
I think that Afrobeats and regional mexicana or Afrobeats and reggaeton, like Latin Afro, like Hugo, have you?
Oh my god, I just saw him for the first time in August.
No way. Mind-blowing. Amazing.
Oh, saque linda. Oh my god, I loved it. A friend of mine put me on him. He's like 24, 25, el amigo. And he's also another Aquarius. And he was like, he's like, we're going to go see Hugo. And I'm like, who the hell is that?
So good.
He's like, he's an EDM guy. I was like, all right, bet. I was fascinated, blown away.
So good. Okay, so I need to play this because I've been pretty obsessed with my release radar playlist on Spotify. They've been doing a great job. Like it updates every Friday and it's custom to you. And basically they put like new music of the artist that you like. And I found one of his songs was on my release radar last Friday. And okay, listen to this. Shit, it's so fire.
There's so much to it.
This is crazy. Yes. This is crazy. Okay, so I've been really into him. I've been really into these guys. Ross. Which they just made this like song with John Lucas. Their most popular song, like what put them in the map, is Cora de Hielo, which they have. Basically, there's this like younger generation that it's the ones that I know of is Ross, which is like a duo of, they look like kids to be honest, but they're about to blow up, and they mix Ross, Mau Moctezuma, and Mario Santander. Those are the three that I know of that are kind of like the young like EDM Mexican generation, and they're mixing more like reggaeton and urbano with EDM,
Okay,
you know?
I have to be in the look of those.
So I'll send you some songs. I'll send you Cora de Hielo, but they also just released this one with Young Lucas. I'm gonna put it a little.
Oh! Yeah, I heard it.
So good, no? It's like reggaeton with... I love that
song. Yep, yeah.
Amazing. And they just, I think they just recorded a song with Peso Pluma.
Ooh.
That is about to drop. So I think that it's gonna be like now, because everyone's gonna do what Peso Pluma is doing. So I'm excited about this new era. Honestly, I'm
so
really excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And I tried to get into EDM like 10 years ago, pero no se dio. No se dio because it was really hardcore EDM para mí.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure.
The whole blending of different genres, I think, has really helped people to accept it a little more and just be like, oh, tiene un poquito de lo que me gusta. It's still right there, but it also has this new take of it.
Yeah, exactly. I do think it's going to be the new, like, it's going to be the reborn of electronic music. It never left, but I think that it became like super popular. So and then now I feel like we're going to see it again.
Every so often, you need to shake things up. You need to rebrand. You need to do something to make sure it continues to elevate. Yeah. And that's what we've seen it. Regional Mexicano, before it was just corrido. Then corridos, tumbados. And then corridos bélicos.
Yeah.
So,
and now we're gonna see a lot of this. Well, thank you so much for being here. It was so pleasant. I think that we got a lot of really cool points, and I think that to conclude everything, it's really cool to see authentic people out there. People are just informing, not just entertaining, but also informing, living life, being friends, taking the time, to talk to other people. So I really, really appreciate it. And I'm excited. What's next for you? Like, what do you have going on? What's the vibe?
El trabajo, los festivales, los conciertos.
Sí,
todo eso.
Sí,
es parte de la vida, parte del trabajo y parte de, esencialmente, yo. Y nada. Continue taking life day by day, doing what we love. Sprinkling what we love to do everywhere we go, and then that's it, because life is too short.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you so much, you guys.
Gracias
thank you for listening.
Tenerme.
Y nos vemos a la próxima.
Eso.
Bye.
Bye.